and welcome to Derby Date Night Tournament Edition. You are joining us for Day 2 of the Smalltown Smackdown. Yesterday, we had 7 fabulous games with 8 fabulous teams, and we are ready for a whole nother day of Derby. This game is going to be Athens, Ohio versus Chicago-style roller derby. Good morning to all of our third wheels in the chat. I see Tara is up bright and early, already showing off her Derby Date Night exclusive emojis. Lovely to have you here. I'm going to have some fun announcers with me later today, too. But for now, let's get to the Derby. We have got Chicago Style with Alita is jamming for Chicago Style, and Sweet and Lowdown is jamming for Athens. Chicago Style taking a quick first lead jammer. Alita coming into the pack and calling the jam. Both jammers scoring points there. Good morning, Kyle. Kyle loves the smell of roller derby in the morning. As a roller derby spouse, I know you mean that literally. I'm Aria Kidding Me, and I'm here with my forever Derby Date Night, Seriously, who is my forever date and forever technical director and producer and just doer of all things. And we're so happy to have you here and to be here. Bad Ash jamming for Athens, grabbing that lead jammer status. Rolly Ghost is jamming for Chicago Style. Using those tiptoes to try and get through the pack as Bad Ash is approaching the pack on a first scoring pass. Bad Ash trying to find some space on the inside, breaks through the tripod, and is through for 4 points as Rolly Ghost is being recycled to the back. Bad Ash coming around on a second scoring pass. Rolly Ghost has that star off, is trying to pass it to the pivot as Bad Ash approaches the pack on a second scoring pass. Into the pack, a star pass has been made from Chicago Style. Jammer is now Oblivia for Chicago Style. Bad Ash getting tangled up in the pack a little bit. Actually, no, Bad Ash is through the pack. Oblivia has taken the star and is still trying to get through the pack on their initial. Bad Ash through the pack again for a third time. Oblivia has gotten out of the pack and will be chasing Bad Ash down. So Bad Ash is going to have to decide if they're going to run this or if they're going to call the jam. Good morning, Dan Sherman. Happy to have you here on this early morning. Anna Turman says, go Athens, Ohio. If you're just joining us for the first time, this is Derby Date Night, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to subscribe. We are working towards our goal of getting 1,000 subscribers, and we are getting closer every day. Trickster jamming for Athens. Chicago Style. Wendy Go-Go getting lead jammer for Chicago. They're going to try to cut into that early lead that Athens has established here. Trickster trying to find some space on the inside, has got to get past one more Chicago-style blocker as Wendy Go-Go approaches the pack on a first scoring pass. Wendy Go-Go not getting through as quickly as they would like as Trickster is coming around, chasing Wendy Go-Go down. Wendy Go-Go grabs those 4 points and calls the jam. Oh, I hear a bell today. Somebody brought a cowbell. I was joking yesterday that the dancing starts more on day 2 of a tournament when people are tired, and that was proven this morning because pretty much everyone was dancing all morning long, including Sirius. You guys, Sirius was actually dancing this morning. It was fabulous. If you ever see him, don't try to get him to dance. It's a very rare occurrence and only happens spontaneously, never on command. Hailstrom jamming for Chicago Style and Lee Animal for Athens. Lee Animal getting out with that early lead jammer status. These lead jammers are establishing themselves very quickly in this game. None of them have taken very long at all. Hailstrom trying to find some space to get out, but getting held there as Lee Animal comes into the pack on their first scoring pass. Everybody takes a little bit of a tumble, but Lee Animal comes out of that pack with 4 points. Hailstrom has got that star off, has passed it to the pivot. Got a couple Chicago-style blockers in the box right now. Athens has gotten 4 more points. Another Athens. Oh, Chicago Style is filling that box up right now. Looks like a Oblivia has gone to the box as the jammer. So this will be a power jam for Athens, Ohio. More whistles, more penalties. That penalty box is getting filled with Chicago. There's one Athens skater who's in the penalty box, but that penalty box has been filled with Chicago-style blockers. I mean, we could look at penalties, but we've only had 4 jams. Let's see. So Chicago, we've got one with 2 penalties already. Athens, we have had 1 penalty. So Chicago's going to want to dial it in. It's the morning. We had a long day yesterday, and so everybody just has to remember, wait a second, what is this game? What are we playing? Let's dial it in and focus. Spicy Tequila jamming for Chicago style, and Sweet and Lowdown for Athens. Spicy Tequila up on those toe stops, trying to get through on the inside. And is through for lead jammer. I lied. That was Sweet and Lowdown for Athens, not Spicy Tequila. Sweet and Lowdown through for 4 points for Athens. Oblivia is out of the penalty box and is through on her initial. And that whistle means that is the end of the jam. Welcome to those of you who are here again after you've been here yesterday, and welcome to those of you who are here for the first time. We're happy to have you here on Derby Date Night, joining us on our date as one of our either official or unofficial third wheels. Spicy Tequila now jamming for Chicago style, and Bad Ash for Athens. Bad Ash pulling toward the front, finding some space on the outside, tiptoeing over a couple blockers to grab lead jammer for Athens. Spicy Tequila finding space on the inside to get through, and will be chasing Bad Ash down. Bad Ash just sailing through on the outside, grabbing 4 points and calling the jam. Alyssa Corliss Caldwell says, "Let's go Athens." Chicago is an hour behind us, so Chicago fans might still be waking up. Timeout has been called by the officials. And because it's Derby Date Night and it's early on a Sunday morning, I'm going to give you a couple jokes, because that's what we do here at Derby Date Night, is we like to laugh at things that are funny and even things that are not funny. What do sprinters eat before they race? Nothing. They fast. Good morning. Alita jamming for Chicago style, and Trickster for Athens, Ohio. Alita getting pushed to the outside. And Alita is through for lead jammer for Chicago. Trickster has got to find space on the outside, does so, stays in bounds, and is chasing Alita down. Alita approaching the pack on a scoring pass, using that sheer force to push through to grab 4 points and call the jam. Athens moving into that early lead, but Chicago style is gonna chase them with a vengeance. Dan says, "Shoot, I'm not in Chicago and I'm still waking up." Dan, the amount of caffeine I've already had today is it's good. It's good. Lee Animal jamming for Athens, and Rolly Ghost for Chicago style. Lee Animal is through and will be lead jammer for Athens. Rolly Ghost trying to find space on the inside. Getting pushed to the outside just a little bit. Lee Animal approaching the pack on their first scoring pass. Oh, and here we go with Chicago style. Shadow Puppet Man said, "What are you talking about? There's only Athens people on the stream." We're rooting for Chicago style roller derby. Thanks, Shadow Puppet Man, for your donation. And congratulations on your 5th super chat. Sirius has said, wow, and gave me a thumbs up. He's very impressed. True fan, true fan. Wendy Go-Go jamming for Chicago Style and Sweet and Lowdown for Athens. Sweet and Lowdown getting a little bit stuck in the pack. Wendy Go-Go takes that opportunity to pull the pack to the outside and get that lead jammer. Sweet and Lowdown chasing Wendy Go-Go down, only about a quarter track behind. These jammers are going to race to the pack. And Wendy Go-Go did end up having to call that jam pretty quickly, so was only able to grab 1 point there. Dan, you're so sweet. For a coffee refill. Thank you so much. You know that coffee refill is so appreciated. Thank you for your support of Derby Date Night, and we are so glad to be here for you. Hopefully bringing you some good derby and some good laughs or groans, depending upon how much you like the jokes. Thanks, Dan. We appreciate you. And the coffee. Hailstrom jamming for Chicago Style and Bad Ash for Athens. Bad Ash jumping out to lead jammer for Athens. Hailstrom trying to pull that pack apart at the front. Chicago Style or Athens blockers reforming around them. Here comes Bad Ash into the pack on a scoring pass, getting slowed down by a tripod of blockers from Chicago Style. Everybody getting a little bit mushed up in the pack there, but Bad Ash is able to get out after scoring 4 points. Hailstrom got pushed to the inside and is getting pulled all the way back by one of the Athens blockers. Bad Ash coming around again on a scoring pass. Star has been passed to the pivot for Chicago Style. Oblivia taking that star again, gets out of the pack, and Bad Ash decides to call it. The Smalltown Smackdown is a 2-day tournament, and one of the things we do at this tournament is we like to have each team choose a fan favorite. Now, some of these teams come from all over, and so they might not have a lot of fans here in the building. So because of that, if you want to vote for your fan favorite from your favorite team and have them be recognized later today out on the track, you can go to the Corn-Fed Roller Derby Facebook page and let them know that who you want to vote for and who you think should be fan favorite, and that would be very appreciated by whoever it is you're voting for, and we would love to have every team have a fan favorite supported by people from near and far. Spicy Tequila jamming for Chicago Style and Trickster for Athens. Spicy Tequila getting stuck in the back, but finds space to kind of sail through on the inside there to chase down Trickster, who is currently the lead jammer. Trickster calling the jam. Was Trickster able to grab any points there? It does not look like that. That was a scoreless jam. It was exciting, though. Everybody was yelling. Sometimes when the crowd gets really loud, I'm like, what am I missing? I was busy looking at my coffee. Thanks, Dan. The penalty box still continuing to be full. I feel like there's been at least one person in the box pretty much since this game started. We'll have to definitely take a look at those penalties as we keep going with this game. Lee Animal for Athens grabbing lead jammer. Alita chasing Lee Animal by about a quarter track behind. I know the score looks like Athens is pulling away, but having been here all day yesterday, these games have changed quickly and often. As both jammers are hitting the pack, I wonder if they both got some points. Let's see. Looks like Chicago Style grabbed 4 there. No points for Athens, and Athens was lead jammer on that one. I love that when jammers can do that little sneaky, like, you know what, I'm going to come in and sneak in and grab some points, and then the lead jammer doesn't get any. Like, that doesn't happen very often. Usually lead jammer goes in, gets the points, calls it, and the other person hasn't hit the pack yet. But there's a lot of different reasons why it happens, but it's something I think a lot of jammers strive for, stealing points. Wendy Go-Go jamming for Chicago Style and Lee Animal for Athens. Wendy Go-Go taking advantage of some confusion over a penalty to get out as lead jammer for Chicago Style. There are not very many Athens blockers out on the track right now. That penalty box is full, including Lee Animal from Athens. Wendy Go-Go trying to take advantage of this short, small pack and power jam to grab some points for Chicago. On a scoring pass, Wendy Go-Go has sailed through for 4 points, and Lee Animal is now back in the pack, as is her pivot. So only one Athens blocker remains in the box. Lee Animal breaking that pack apart to get out. Still on their initial. Wendy Go-Go almost out of the pack, got taken out by the pivot for Athens and sees that Lee Animal is out of the pack and calls the jam. Oh, Chicago Style pivot, or Athens pivot, 47. Jess Crazy. I said Jess Crazy's name a lot yesterday. I really enjoy Jess Crazy's style of pivoting. Usually anchoring that tripod, I've noticed. And Jess Crazy just has really good awareness of the game and awareness of where the jammer is. I've really enjoyed watching her. And Shadow Puppet Man says, points! Sweet and Lowdown jamming for Athens and Hailstrom for Chicago Style. Both jammers are just stuck in the back of this pack. A tough one to get through, but Athens and Sweet and Lowdown take that lead jammer. Hailstrom getting some Alita clearing some space out, or not Oblivia clearing some space out for Hailstrom, so Hailstrom can get out about half a track behind. Sweet and Lowdown approaching the pack is currently on a scoring pass. Jukes to the inside and taps their hips to indicate the jam is over. Was able to grab 1 point in that jam. Okay, I know Chicago Style is that's pizza. What is Athens known for? What's the food that people in Athens say, like, this is the food that we're known for? If Chicago's going to be pizza, this is the pizza versus what kind of food game? Of course, I'm going to make everything about food. I always do. Alita jamming for Chicago Style, pulling that pack to the front. Lots of people tumbling, falling down, got people reforming around them, but Alita was able to get out and is lead jammer. Bad Ash following not far behind. So Alita is going to be racing to the pack as the pack starts to prepare for Alita to approach. Bad Ash also approaching the pack. Alita calls the jam, but both jammers were able to score points there. Chicago 2 to Athens 1. Mame Squeeze says hi, Bad Ash. Goldie Socks has joined us. Good morning, Goldie Socks. Hope you had a restful evening and are ready for a whole nother day of Derby. Kyle says, I don't know, but every time you say Chicago Style, I really want pizza. Maybe that's why I started talking about food already this morning. Athens has a lot of craft beer. Oh, they go together. Chicago Style pizza and craft beer. It's the pizza and beer game. A lot of people enjoy a game with pizza and beer. Goldie Sucks also wants pizza. Cold pizza for breakfast. Oh, so good. Trickster jamming for Athens, being chased by Wendy Go-Go from Chicago Style. Okay, I'm going to get really obscure for a minute. If you look up Cold Pizza for Breakfast by Christine Lavin, she is a folk singer, and this song came out like 90s, 80s, I don't even know. But she sings a song that's called Cold Pizza for Breakfast, and she sings a Coke to wash it down. There's nothing in the world that I like better than eating cold pizza with you. It's the cutest song, and every time I think about Cold Pizza for Breakfast, that song runs in my head. So you should look it up and listen to it. It's an adorable song, and it's about, you know, loving your person and loving your cold pizza. Now, a Chicago-style hot dog, those have, that has chili on it, right? Is that Chicago-style? Spicy Tequila jamming for Chicago and Lee Animal for Athens. Spicy Tequila getting pushed to the outside after almost getting out of the pack there. Okay, I was wondering why I didn't see Lee Animal. It's because Lee Animal is in the box right now. So this is a power jam for Chicago style. But now Spicy Tequila is headed to the box. So we're going to do a Shenana jam, and these two are going to switch spots. And Lee Animal is now coming out on the track. It's called a track, right? Shadow Puppet Man cheering for Wendy. Go, 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 go. Oh, CJ, and I didn't know you had a broken ankle. Well, I hope that we are entertaining you on your weekend. I have broken my ankle playing, I should say I was playing pickleball, but I was playing roller derby when I broke my ankle. That'd be more embarrassing. Yeah, roller derby is like a cool way to break your ankle. But you know what? I've known a lot of roller derby players who've broken their ankles in ways that are just not roller derby. Oh, no, Spicy Tequila looks so sad. Headed to the penalty box. There is Lee Animal. Lee Animal is at the front of the pack trying to get out, getting pushed to the inside there. Ooh! Is able to get out just barely, but some great work being done by Arya Stark-Raven. Hey, we share a name, Arya. That was really great awareness and really just held Lee Animal for a really long time there. Great job, Arya. Spicy Tequila now standing in the penalty box, so we will be switching back to having two jammers, but not till the next jam because Spicy Tequila just got frozen in the box. Okay, here's what people like on their hot dogs. Shadow Puppet Man says mustard, onion, sweet relish, sport peppers? I don't know what sport peppers are. Pickle, celery salt is a Chicago-style hot dog. I don't think I've ever tried one. Now I'm going to have to. Poppy seed bun, mustard, pickle, tomato, celery, salt, onion, little green hot sport pepper. Hot sport peppers? Okay, I gotta try this. Goldie Socks is like, stop making me hungry. Okay, I clearly need to try a Chicago-style hot dog. We can't live this close to Chicago, and I've definitely tried Chicago-style pizza, because that's deep dish, but now I'm gonna have to get a Chicago-style hot dog. Which one? So who has chili on their hot dog? What style? Who has that style? I thought this one was chili. Mustard, onion. Gonna have to try it. Oh, we're in an official review. Oh, no, we're not. It was a timeout. I'm gonna tell a joke really fast before we get started again. What has more lives than a cat? A frog, because it croaks every day. Why were the fish's grades bad? They were below sea level. That's not as good as the frog one. The frog one was good. What's Forrest Gump's password? 1Forrest1. New York. Yes, I think it is New York that's got chili. Sweet and Lowdown just coming up the inside to grab that lead jammer status before Spicy Tequila gets out of the box. Spicy Tequila now in the game. Sweet and Lowdown in the pack, scoring some points and calling the jam. Kyle says it might be Cincinnati. I love that so many people have different styles of food. And the one with cream cheese, that's what we used to do at like 2 a.m. after we had gone out for the night. And that's the like random vendors on the sidewalk that would put cream cheese on it. And it always tasted so good after a long Saturday night. Cincinnati has Skyline. Yeah, Skyline chili. Alita, no, Bad Ash out for Athens as lead jammer. Alita finding space. Getting past Hello Kitty. Nope, not Hello Kitty. Kitty. Jess Crazy. Why am I calling Jess Crazy? I don't know. All these names. So many names. Kyle appreciates my jokes today. Thanks, Kyle. We also will be streaming the last 2 weekends of the month. We're going to have games on both Saturday and Sunday, and I'm trying to think of what themes I'm going to use for my jokes during those games. So if you have any good ideas for joke themes, let me know. I know somebody has said like animals, so I'm definitely going to do like a dog and cat theme for sure for one of them, but I'm trying to think of a few more, some that I haven't done before. Trickster jamming for Athens, but Wendy Go-Go is out as lead jammer for Chicago Style. Trickster just getting out and chasing Wendy Go-Go down, but Wendy Go-Go's got a little bit of time here to try and score some points before Trickster reaches the pack. Oh, but maybe not, because Wendy Go-Go just got called on a back block and will be headed to the penalty box. Trickster and Athens now have a power jam. Cassie shouting out the ref NSO crew. We always like to shout out the ref NSO crew. We love them. They are wonderful. And this is a great crew. All the crews this weekend have been wonderful. And again, like I say, it takes volunteers to make Derby happen, and we appreciate them all so much. Nobody's moving. I'm guessing we're having a shenana jam again. Wendy Go-Go out of the box. Yes, what happened was Trickster was trying to pass the start, and looks like Trickster went to the box on an illegal contact. So now this will be a Chicago-style power jam for Wendy Go-Go and the Chicago Blockers. Wendy Go-Go. Here's a no pack, and when you hear a no pack, that means you're not allowed to hit anybody. Wendy Go-Go took advantage of that to get out of the pack and grab 4 points for Chicago Style. Trickster now out of the pack and back in. Thought she got called on a penalty, but did not. Oh, did get called on a penalty on a cut track there, and so will be going to the penalty box. So this next jam will be started with a power jam for Chicago. Shadow Puppet Man sending all the good energy to Chicago Style, saying, hold strong. Chicago Style defense. Thanks, Shadow Man. We'll send all your good vibes. I always send all my good vibes to both teams, though, so I worry that it cancels each other out. Today, we've got some volunteers from Corn-Fed Roller Derby, our hosts on the cameras. We really appreciate them. We've got a couple more live cameras today than we did yesterday, and we're even going to have 3 live camera ops for the championship game later today. Sirius just looked at me surprised. I don't think I told him. So, surprise, we have lots of camera ops. But guess who we don't have for camera ops today? Our children. We made LOL really tired yesterday, and so he is staying home to help OMG with the dog. When we got home last night, OMG said, the dog was so annoying. At 13, he's learning to parent with our dog. And the dog was very happy to see us last night and very sad to see us leaving again this morning. So he's a little needy. I work from home, and he's used to going to work with me, so he gets upset whenever I leave the house. Oh, we're doing a pivot line start. A little bit of a strategy change. Oh, no, we're not really doing a pivot line start. We're just pretending. Shadow Puppet Man sending all the vibes. I love vibes. Vibes. Vibes are my favorite thing. I do most everything in my life just for vibes. Chicago Style Pizza with a power jam, Kyle says. Alita is lead jammer for Chicago Style. Ooh, takes a big hit from... It's nice. Spice World with that hit to slow Alita down. Alita trying to take advantage of this power jam and does grab 4 points. Trickster is standing in the penalty box, coming out, still on their initial, though. The pack's starting to speed up a little bit as they're preparing for Alita's approach. Oh, that was beautiful offense from Athens to get Trickster out. Chicago Style was ready for Trickster, and then I don't know who did that offense. I couldn't see it, but that was so beautiful. Just coming in with her jammer, pushing everybody to the outside for Trickster to be able to sail right through and force the call off there at the end. Oh, Jane, walking on a sidewalk, stepping on a rock one way with your ankle, and the toes didn't go. Yep. My story is a bad extra point kick, but I made the point. Oh. The amount of times I just roll my ankle walking, and it always terrifies me. I'm like, did I break it again? I don't think I can break it because I have a plate in it, so it at least helps. I can break the plate. Oh, you're telling me I'll break my leg instead of the plate? Well, let's just not break. Let's not talk about breaking. We're not going to do that. Nope, none of this. None of this. Lee Animal is lead jammer for Athens. Chicago style Hailstorm. Lee Animal coming through on a scoring pass has grabbed 4 points. Hailstorm does a beautiful little star pass there to number 4, Oblivia, who unfortunately took a little tumble and is being forced to recycle as Lee Animal's coming around on a second scoring pass. Lee Animal getting slowed down, hops around a Chicago-style blocker, managing to stay in bounds somehow by, like, a miracle. I don't understand how these jammers stay in bounds. I think it's core strength. Something that I've never really wanted to work on very much, but, you know, it's important to have core strength if you want to be a jammer. That's why I'm an announcer. Is that what you said? I need core strength, too, for projection. You guys can't see me, but I'm like sitting up and I've got my hands on my hips. I'm being very, I'm using my core strength. I don't know. Wendigo jamming for Chicago style and Lee Animal for Athens. Oh, Mame, I don't want to know that. Wendigo is lead for Chicago style. Mame said that you can definitely break under the plate. Ask me how I know. Wendigo into the pack. Oh, getting that no pack called. Beautiful. Wendigo held her hands up and was like, I'm not touching anybody, waited for the no pack, and as soon as the no pack was called, was able to go. But that was really good awareness of like, I'm not doing any penalties here. Avoiding a penalty is, and I'm noticing that jammer, we spent so much time in the penalty box so far. These jammers, like that was really good awareness on Wendigo of being like, I'm gonna be careful here. So Wendigo getting out of the pack, but also falling, so the pack is reforming around Wendigo. And who is forced to call the jam, but Chicago style was able to grab 8 points to Athens 4 in that jam. For those of you interested in why some of our members have, or some of our chatters have green names and they've got a little wheel next to them, that's because they are our members and have just joined. We just launched memberships this weekend, and one of our new members will be winning a Smalltown Smackdown t-shirt at the end of the day today. So if you join today and become a member of either our practice squad, charter squad, or all-stars, then you would be eligible to win that shirt and also be a member of our little third squad official group and be able to have access to some special emojis and some other stuff too. Sweet and Lowdown, lead jammer for Athens. Spicy Tequila out about half a track behind. Sweet and Lowdown is going to come in, approaching the pack. Looking for some offensive help, getting a little bit slowed down. Spicy Tequila speeding to the pack, hoping that she can sneak a point or two. Athens was able to grab 3 points there. Oh my gosh, the first half is almost over. How did I not even notice that we only have 30 seconds left? Kind of like yesterday, Melody Mayhem and I just kept talking for 2 minutes after we went into halftime because we were just having so much fun chatting with you all. Vibes. See, it's all about the vibes. We're just here to have fun and watch good derby. Alita jamming for Chicago style and Bad Ash for Athens. This score also is closer than it appears. Like you saw it yesterday. All these scores have changed so quickly. Bad Ash is lead jammer for Athens. Alita trying to push that pack to the front and break it apart, is able to do so and get out as Bad Ash comes in on a first scoring pass. Bad Ash up on the toe stops trying to push that. Oh, just pushes right through to grab 4 points and call it. It's exactly the type of thing you like to see as you're going into intermission. Athens coming out at 98, Chicago style at 50. We are going to take a short 15-minute break. During the break, you can check us out on derbydatenight.com if you want to get some merch. You can also sign up for your membership, and we will welcome you with open arms. Derby love. And welcome back to Derby Date Night Tournament Edition. You are joining us for the second day of the Smalltown Smackdown Tournament. I joined a little bit early because I want to go through this bracket with you all and really talk a little bit about what happened yesterday and what we're looking at today. So as you can see on the bracket that you're looking at right now, we started the day yesterday with Black Diaspora playing Cape Girardeau Roller Derby. Then we had Cornfed playing the Rolla Rockets. So we had Bizman Bombshells and Athens, followed by Prairieland Punishers and Chicago Style. So everybody kind of got a chance to play one game. After that, they sorted themselves into the Cream of the Crop bracket and the Aw Shucks bracket. So in the Cream of the Crop, we had four teams playing for the chance to go to the championship. So last night we had Game 5 where Black Diaspora was victorious over Cornfed Roller Derby, and Bisman Bombshells were victorious over Prairieland Punishers, which means today at 5 o'clock Eastern Time, we will see Black Diaspora and Bisman Bombshells compete for the Cream of the Crop Championship of the Smalltown Smackdown. Meanwhile, over in the Aw Shucks bracket, which honestly is my favorite because I just like saying Aw Shucks, we have got all the other teams kind of sorting themselves out to figure out where they're going to land at the end of the Smalltown Smackdown. In just a little bit, we're going to have our third place game between Cornfed Roller Derby and Prairieland Punishers. So that will be our third place game happening in just about an hour. What time is it? Hour and 15 minutes. And then following that, we will have our seventh place game between Rolla Rockets and whoever it is that is not victorious in this current game. Following that, at 3 p.m., Cape Girardeau will be playing the winner of this current game. And then, as I said before, at 5 p.m., we will have our Smalltown Smackdown Championship game between Black Diaspora and Bizman Bombshells. So we are excited to spend the day with you. These two teams that you're watching right now, you get to see both of them again today, whether it is at 1 p.m. or 3 p.m. So you'll have a chance to see these teams again. Also, you guys kept busy during the break here. Welcome a new member of our practice squad. Third Wheels. Let's all give a great big welcome to C. Jane, who is our new member joining us with the Third Wheels and also getting entered for a chance to win that Smalltown Smackdown t-shirt that we will be announcing during the championship game. Welcome, Jane. We're so happy to have you. And KMM 3792 is really sending all the good juju and good pizza vibes to CSRD. You've got this second half. As I said earlier, the second half can go anywhere because I have seen these games be this far apart and the team that is not winning, win. So we never know where this second half is going to go. KTG has joined us to say good morning, sending all the Derby love. I love seeing all the members chatting with each other in the chat. Ooh, we should have like get-togethers for all of the members because we're all over the country. Someday we should go on a cruise. Serious, it's like, what the heck? But wouldn't that be fun? If the third wheels can get big enough, we should do something with three. We should go on, what has 3 wheels? Like ATVs or like tricycles? No, not tricycles. A parade of tricycles. I like the cruise idea better. But you know how sometimes groups of, like, when you all join something, we could, yeah, like a convention, a third wheel convention. I don't know what we would do. We would just hang out and tell jokes. That would be fun. Goldie's like, off-roading? Are you talking about off-roading? Sirius goes, you're talking about something for sure. Oh, we've got some dancing happening. Of course, it's stretching. I see more stretching than dancing right now. What are the refs doing? There was some clapping happening. People are getting excited. All right, Athens at 98, Chicago Style at 50. Lee Animal lined up for Athens and Alita for Chicago Style. Oh, seriously, we forgot to look at the penalties. We'll do that after this jam. Alita coming out quick with that lead jammer status for Chicago Style. Lee Animal trying to push that pack apart, has just got one blocker to go past, and stays inbounds to get out as Alita comes into the pack and is through for, oh no, not through, gets called on a track cut, and this is going to be a power jam for Athens. Athens is out and has 4 points, bringing them above the 100 mark. Ooh, look at that. Pretty. You know, it's so fun because whenever they sail through, it's because the blockers have done such a great job figuring out how to do that offense. Right now, I'm noticing Athens on the inside. They're about to just push that inside open. Ooh, opened it. Unfortunately, the Animal went to the outside, and I don't think saw that beautiful spot created for them. But doesn't matter. Gonna find some space on the outside anyway. Alita back in the pack. We're gonna go the whole jam with this one since Alita was lead jammer when she went to the box. They went to the box. Lee Animal getting stuck at the back of the pack here. Alita getting stuck at the front of the pack. All the blockers really focused on defense right now. Alita stepping around, pulling that pack out to grab 4 points for Chicago Style. And that jam comes to a natural conclusion with Athens taking a real advantage of that power jam, grabbing 14 points in that jam to Chicago Style 7. Serious, can we see those penalties we talked about? So Chicago Style has got one skater with 3, a few skaters with 2, but overall there's pretty well spread out. Like that's what they did last time too. Athens has got a few more. We've got one skater sitting on 5, Indominus Hex, 1 on 4, 1 on 3. So a few more skaters that have, the penalties here are a little bit more condensed. All right, Wendy Go-Go for Chicago Style and Sweet and Lowdown for Athens. Sweet and Lowdown charging through the middle there to grab that lead jammer for Athens. Wendy Go-Go takes a hit. From Indominus Hex, but was able to get back up and recover and is out, but is not going to be able to score any points as Athens is going to call that jam before Chicago Style can score any points. Cleo Smacky Jones says, let's go CSRD, you can do it. Spicy Tequila lined up for Chicago Style, and Sweet and Lowdown lined up for Athens. Sweet and Lowdown, just, a cute little tiptoe around the outside. Excuse me, gonna squeeze right past you. Grab lead jammer. Spicy Tequila trying to push apart this Athens trio of blockers. Keep reforming around Sweet Tequila. Sweet and Lowdown is up on toe stops, trying to swerve from side to side to find that space. Beautiful tiptoeing up the inside line to grab 4 points for Athens. Spicy Tequila trying to find some space, also going kind of from side to side, now trying to go up the middle. Sweet and Lowdown approaching the pack on a second scoring pass here. Sweet and Lowdown is really skilled on these toe stops. Just getting up on the toe stops and just KTG uses the emoji. That's exactly what it is. Spicy Tequila was almost out of the pack and took a hit from Jess Crazy, which is going to force her back to the back. Sweet and Lowdown calls the jam. Oh yeah, that is Ash. What? Okay, thank you. Thank you for the clarification. That was Ash with the toe stops, not Sweet and Lowdown. So ignore the scoreboard on that one, but it was Ash. Ash is the one that I was complimenting. Wonderful job on the toe stops there. Alita jamming for Chicago Style and Trickster for Athens. Alita trying to push that pack to the front. Takes a hit from a Athens blocker and manages to stay in bounds to grab lead jammer for Chicago Style. But it's going to be followed closely by Trickster, who is chasing Alita down. Alita coming into the pack. Sees Trickster coming and decides to call the jam. Chicago Style was able to grab 2 points and keep Athens scoreless in that jam. Lee Animal jamming for Athens and Wendy Go-Go for Chicago Style. Lee Animal pulling the pack to the front, has got to get past one more blocker, is able to stretch that pack apart and get out as lead jammer for Athens. Wendy Go-Go trying to find some space as she also is pulling the pack out, is out about half a track behind Lee Animal as Lee Animal is approaching the pack on their first scoring pass, comes into the middle of the pack and just breaks it apart, grabbing 4 points for Athens. Wendy Go-Go approaching the pack, but not going to be able to score any points because the jam has been called. Looks like we've only got 2 blockers out for Athens right now, so there are a couple sitting in the box. So Athens starting a little short on this one. And not short like me, like short a couple blockers. Hailstrom jamming for Chicago Style. Sweet and Lowdown for Athens. Sweet and Lowdown is out of the pack and racing around. Hailstrom trying to find that space as Sweet and Lowdown comes into the pack, sees space on the inside and takes it to grab 4 points. Hailstrom is taking the star off, might be looking for the pivot. It does give the star to the pivot, who will now be the jammer for Chicago Style. Sweet and Lowdown in the pack on a second scoring pass and taps her hips to call that jam after scoring 4 more points for a total of 8 for Athens, with 22 minutes left in this game. We got more people joining us. We started out a little low on viewers. I just noticed people are tuning in as they're waking up. So welcome back to Smalltown Smackdown, Day 2. We are watching Chicago Style and Athens, who are both going to play twice today. Alita for Chicago Style almost out at the front of the pack and is out at the front of the pack to be lead jammer for Chicago Style. Bad Ash jamming for Athens is currently in the penalty box, so this is a power jam for Chicago, and Alita, who gets on through for 4 points for Chicago Style. The pack is getting ready for Alita to come back around on this power jam as Bad Ash is standing in the penalty box. Alita trying to capitalize on this power jam, gets through for another 4 points for Chicago Style. Bad Ash is now out of the penalty box and is on their initial, so not currently in a scoring position. Bad Ash using those tiptoe toe stops to try and get around. Oh, that was so great. The 2 Chicago blockers were coming together, but Bad Ash was able to slide diagonally in between them before they actually came together to get through and force the call off. Did you see that, Sirius? That was really pretty. I always wonder how well you can see over your, what is that called? Rig? That's your rig? Oh, he just pointed at the screen. He's like, I can see on the screen. Penalty update. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that. Eric needs a penalty update. Athens at, we've got a few blockers who are getting high in penalties. Chicago Style still keeping it pretty low, but Brandy Shore's the only one who's at 4. Ooh, Wendy Go-Go grabbing that lead jammer for Chicago Style. Athens and Trickster chasing Wendy down. Trickster looked so determined there. Both jammers in the pack. Both, I think, are grabbing points there. Let's see who ended up with more. A corn cob just came over here and grabbed their water. I love that corn cobs just wander around during this tournament because we like corn here in Muncie, Indiana. When you're hosting a tournament and you're the corn-fed roller derby, you've got to just lean into the corn, but not too far. You get lost because corn mazes. Did you say amazing? Spicy Tequila jamming for Chicago Style and Lee Animal for Athens. Spicy Tequila. Nope, Lee Animal on the outside grabbing lead jammer for Athens. Spicy Tequila is bringing that pack apart at the front, but is dealing with a tripod of Athens blockers who do not want to let Spicy Tequila out, as Lee Animal is coming in on a scoring pass, is through for 4 points. Sees that Spicy Tequila is out of the pack and calls the jam. We are less than 20 minutes left in this game. Everybody awake? I'm working on it. Seriously, sure. I wasn't asking you, Sirius. I know you're not awake. But you need to be because you're switching these cameras, right? Alita on the line for Chicago Style. And Sweet and Lowdown for Athens. Ooh, Sweet and Lowdown jumping through to grab lead jammer there right up the middle, but Alita also finding space in the middle of the pack to get out. So we'll be chasing down. Okay, GG says my voice sounds good. I know. I think it's because Sirius got me headphones. Did you see that? That was a beautiful apex jump to grab. Did Chicago Style? Okay. I always say, if you didn't steal points, I'm going to give you points. So I give Alita points for that apex jump because I think even an attempted apex jump should be worth 1 point. Discuss in the comments if you agree. Half a point? No, we're not doing half points. I just want to give anybody who attempts an apex jump, you automatically get at least 1 point. That would make Derby so much more exciting. I need coffee, but these skaters are wired. KTG, I think it's the headphones. Did I get the medicine ball? I did. I have it right here, and I love the medicine ball. It is such a good tea, and it really does help your throat. Wendy Go-Go for Chicago Style and Bad Ash for Athens. Bad Ash is lead jammer for Athens. Wendy Go-Go out about half a track behind. Right? If Alita's jump was a moment sooner, they would have gotten it. I agree. Shadow Puppet Man, rooting for Alita. Battle through. You got this, Chicago. Goldie went for coffee. What kind of coffee do you guys drink? What's your order? I'm always looking for ever since they got rid of the raspberry syrup because I used to have a latte with raspberry, but they got rid of raspberry, and I've been trying to find my coffee drink ever since. Agreed, Kyle. Jumps are my favorite. That's why I think you should get a point just for attempting it. I think more skaters would attempt more apex jumps if they knew they would get just, it's like a trying point. Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to talk about F1 again, but maybe a little bit, because they get a point for fastest lap. just a little extra point that you get just for trying to go as fast as you can. Trickster getting that lead jammer status for Athens. Coming into the pack, Oblivia took a star pass. Oh, look at Oblivia stealing those points. I love seeing a pivot stealing points. Oblivia grabbed all 4. Trickster did a great job on that. That was a real quick lead jammer, too. We're now under 15 minutes left in this game. I really love watching both of these teams. I'm excited that I get to see both of them one more time. They're really fun to watch. I feel like I'm starting to get the personalities of both of these teams. All right, Alita trying to find space, pulling that pack apart at the front, takes a little bit of a tumble to the outside line. Lee Animal sees some space on the right in the middle of the track and just kind of takes it and grabs lead jammer for Athens. Alita continuing to try and push up at the front. Again, Alita is working so hard. Lee Animal getting through for 4 points for Athens. Alita attempts another apex jump, but is what's the word for like shut down is what I'm trying to say by Jess Crazy from Athens. Okay, everybody falling down as Lee Animal comes into the pack, getting slowed down for the first time in this jam. Alita almost out again, getting shut down there by Spice World. Alita's gotta push. Captain Sunflower Smackdown came up to help Spice World. Jess Crazy is up there. These are hard Athens blockers to get past. Alita has got the star off and in hand. Chicago style pivot is up there just in case, but it is not needed. Alita is finally through. I am exhausted. Alita is doing such a great job. They are very impressive. Lee Animal coming around is on their 3rd scoring pass right now. We've got an Athens blocker in the box as that jam ends. So we will be starting the next jam with a 1 blocker down for Athens. Oh wait, never mind. The referees just went back over to that blocker from Athens and released them from the penalty box. So the box is now clear. Sirius said, jailbreak. What would happen if somebody just left the penalty box on their own? There's so many refs and NSOs. I think that would be noticed. I don't think you can sneak. Ooh, a timeout. I would like to show off the shoes again of our fabulous jam timer. Okay, I'll do it after penalties. So we've got a few people with 2, 1 person with 4. Chicago style is, okay, with 12 minutes left in the game. Not too bad. Athens, we've got a few more. We've got 2 skaters, Jess Crazy and Slam Funk You Up, sitting at 4, and Indominus Hex is still at 5. Indominus Hex was at 5, I think, at the beginning of the half. So Indominus Hex has really tightened it up and been playing clean. Thanks, Goldie. Goldie says, you are doing great, Derby Date Night. Appreciate you. Oh, jokes. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I wanted to talk about the amazing shoes. Can you zoom in on those shoes, Sirius? Because they have glitter on them, and I just need people to see the amazingness that are these shoes. Look at these shoes. Sorry, we're having a shoe break. Look at how gorgeous those shoes are. Love them. Okay, I guess we can get back to Derby and not as much. I don't really wear heels much anymore because of my ankle break, so I admire those who still can. You won't want to talk for a week after this. Goldie, I almost took tomorrow off from work because my job is talking, and I do a lot of it, but I didn't. So we'll see how it goes. We actually are taking next weekend off. Sweet and Lowdown for Athens is out and lead. Spicy Tequila did a very quick star pass to Oblivia, who has gotten out. I missed that star pass. I bet it was beautiful. Sweet and Lowdown getting through on the inside and calling the jam after scoring 4 points. You'll see James says I'd break an ankle again. That's my worry, too. Although I will say, Goldie, I know that you're saying you won't want to talk for a week, so we're taking next weekend off so I can rest my voice. Actually, I'm getting together with some friends for a karaoke night. It's not really saving my voice, is it? So no streaming next weekend, but then the next 2 weekends after that, we'll be live on both Saturday and Sunday for 2 weeks in a row. So that'll be fun for June. We'll be doing different games, like 4 different games, 8 different teams. We're really looking forward to that. That is Bad Ash, lead jammer for Athens. Wendy Gogo is trying to get out of the pack. Whew, these Athens blockers are not making it easy. Bad Ash in the pack on a first scoring pass, getting slowed down by these Chicago-style blockers. Great job. I think the blocking has really dialed in this second half. The scoring is not happening as quickly as it did in the first pass. Wendy Gogo not able to score any points for Chicago-style as that jam is called. Jennifer Bennett says that we should come to Athens and stream. We would love to have you. Okay, where in Ohio is Athens? Like, how far are we talking? We still have a few years where we're a little limited with how far we can travel because teenagers, OMG and LOL, unfortunately, are still a little bit young to stay home alone. When they're in college, though, all bets are off. We can go anywhere. But, yeah, how far is Athens? How far of a drive is that for us from Muncie? Trickster for Athens and Hailstorm for Chicago-style. Does anybody from Chicago-style know where Hailstorm's name came from? I'm just curious. I'm wondering if there's like a story behind it. Hailstorm getting pushed to the inside and getting pulled all the way back, taking that star off. Might be preparing to pass to, I think that's Oblivia again. Oblivia is taking all the star passes today as Trickster comes in on a scoring pass. Just a beautiful like weave in and out and grabbing 4 points and calling the jam before Oblivia can come around and score any points. You know, Oblivia has been doing a great job as pivot, always being in the right spot, grabbing the star when needed, and getting the jam called off. And that's really the goal of the pivot whenever they take a star pass. Southeastern, 4 hours. Okay, we're traveling 4 hours in a couple weeks to South Shore. So that's within our, Sirius says 3. He's being clarify, it's 3. 3, 4, it's the same to me. 3 and 4 hours, kind of the same. Not to him, because he's driving. Very family-friendly and dog-friendly. Bring them all. That would be so much fun to bring the dog to one of these. Oh, the crowd is going crazy for B, who I have not seen take the star for Athens, which is why I think the crowd's going crazy. But B is just coming out, grabbing lead jammer immediately, and is now on a scoring pass. Spicy Tequila getting pushed to the inside, still on her initial. B is through for 4 points for Athens. Love seeing a jammer come out and jam who I haven't seen jam before and grab lead jammer and grab some points, but Spicy Tequila is not going to make it easy. She is out of the pack and is going to be looking to get that call off. B does so after going through the pack and grabbing another 4 points. Ooh, I'm getting some dirt. Hailstorm's first name is... Oh, Kyle keeps telling Debbie Darko I need to dress up the dog as a corn cob. Boomer would be the cutest little corn cob because he actually looks like a little bit like a hot dog. He's like black with some brown markings. Alita is out as lead jammer for Chicago-style. I need to post a picture on our Facebook page of our dog Boomer. He's a Boston Terrier pug mix, and he's like this adorable, dorky-looking, kind of a little bit like Dobby from Harry Potter. Always looks guilty. He's adorable. We love him. Hailstorm's first name is Haley. Oh, that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you for the information. Official timeout. Would that make him a corn dog? Yes, I believe it would. The kids have called him burnt sausage before. Yeah, because our friend Frida Brallo from Arizona used to be the boys' nanny, actually, and she liked to name her pets after food. So dog named Pepper, cat was named... I don't remember what her cat was named. But anyway, they were like, why did we name our dog Boomer? Don't we name all of our animals after food? So they wanted to name Boomer Taco or Burnt Sausage. And... we actually named him Boomer before the whole Boomer thing happened. He's kind of old. He's more gray. He's more gray now than Burnt Sausage. He used to be more like black and brown, and now he's like black and gray. He's a Boomer. Oh, Boomer's a Boomer. He is a little grumpy, too. And he gets confused, forgets when he's eaten. We shouldn't make fun of our dog. Sirius goes, yeah, we should. I would love to bring him to something sometime. Officials officially officiating. Ooh, I like that. Shout out, Puppet Man. I know you didn't even send us a super chat, but so can we zoom in on the officials a little bit here? Look at them officiating. I'm having so much fun talking to you guys that I keep forgetting to tell my jokes, and I know that's why you come here. It's not for the derby, it's for the jokes. What do you call a fish without an eye? Fish. Why shouldn't you use a broken pencil? It's pointless. What do you call a pig that practices karate? A pork chop. Which bear is the most condescending bear? A panda. What kind of noise does a witch's vehicle make? Broom, broom. But I'm just really proud of myself because Shadow Puppet Man said that in emojis, and I was able to. We're on the same wavelength. All right, Wendy Go-Go jamming for Chicago style with 7 minutes left in this period. Bad Ash grabbing lead jammer for Athens, but Wendy Go-Go is passing. Wait, who is lead? Bad Ash is lead, but Wendy Go-Go is in front. What's gonna happen? Ooh, that was really smart. Oh, unfortunately, that did not. I see what Bad Ash was trying to do there. She was telling her blockers to get to the front, and as soon as she got close to the Chicago blockers, started calling it. Unfortunately, did not get in front of anybody's hips to grab any points, but that was really smart thinking. Shay says the jokes. I can't. I forgot one. What's brown and sticky? A stick. Don't think like that. If you don't know what kind of jokes we tell here, they are not what you think they're going to be. Trickster grabbing lead jammer for Athens. Hailstorm coming out about half a track behind. Trickster approaching the pack on a scoring pass, getting through on the outside. The Squawking Bird says it's actually 3.5 hours, Sirius. Actually, if Athens does want to, or if anybody wants to invite us, we do have a form on our website that you can fill out if you are interested in having us come. We usually announce where we're going about 1 or 2 weeks before the following month is when we announce our schedule for the next month. It is pinned on our Facebook page, Sirius says. So if you want that interest form, so it's up at the top of the Facebook page, and it's a pinned post. Lee Animal pulling that pack to the front, trying to grab lead jammer for Athens, and is able to do so. Spicy Tequila is in that pack, looking for some help from her blockers, is weaving back and forth as Lee Animal is approaching the pack on a scoring pass. We're quickly approaching 5 minutes left in this game. A star pass has happened, so Spicy Tequila has passed the star to Arya Stark Raven. Name and friend. Lee Animal is scored 4 points and is coming around on a second scoring pass. Arya is trying to get through the pack with a little bit of a spin there and some toe stop work. Beautiful. To get through, Lee Animal is also through for 4 points for Athens, sees Arya Stark coming towards the pack and calls the jam. If you want to vote for a fan favorite, I have just been told that there are 5 teams out of the 8 teams that are here that don't have any votes for fan favorite. So if you want to vote for a skater from your team, please go on to Corn-Fed Roller Derby's Facebook page. You can find the virtual program, and you can just, throw a couple dollars their way and vote for a fan favorite. Yours just might win. If you want to make sure that one of your skaters gets an award from this weekend, you can go on there and throw a fan favorite their way. Ooh, that was so pretty. Was that Sweet and Lowdown? Oh, that was beautiful. Athens was able to steal points even without being lead. Anna said, nice tricks, and I realized, that's a really cool derby name. I liked it as Trickster, but, nice tricks. She did tricks. Get it? I say get it a lot. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you? Wendy Go-Go jamming for Chicago and Bad Ash for Athens. Shay loves watching Sweetie skate. Oh, Wendy Go-Go is laughing, just trying to get through these. She's like, oh, come on. Let me find some space here. Oh, these blockers are so difficult to get through. Bad Ash also having some trouble at the back of the pack, trying to get past these Chicago-style blockers. Tasha Fierce and company holding Bad Ash. Wendy Go-Go is out and has gotten through. Athens coming back to help Bad Ash get out. They're able to do so as Wendy Go-Go comes around on a first scoring pass. Wendy Go-Go weaving through the pack. I am always impressed with jammers who can call a jam while they are falling. If I was falling, I don't think I would think to actually call the jam. 2 minutes left in this game. As I always do at the end of the game, if you saw one of your skaters doing a wonderful thing, go ahead and shout them out in the comments. Let us know what you saw somebody doing that was wonderful. And hopefully then when the skaters will watch it later, they get to hear all the nice things you had to say about them. Athens has eclipsed the 200 mark. Okay, looking at the bracket too. After this jam, we're going to look at the bracket and see where we might be heading after this. Trickster being Trixie coming out on the outside line. Oh, Trickster is going so fast. So fast. This is a power jam because Hailstorm was sent to the box at the beginning of that jam on a forearm. Trickster getting in the pack but getting pushed to the outside and is forced to recycle. Trying to find space, getting some help from the blockers. Mame Squeeze says, hi, Perfect Storm. Jennifer, both of these teams have flames on their jerseys. You're right. They're twin. No, they wouldn't be twin flames. I didn't like that documentary. That was a weird documentary. But they're that's something. That's something special. I don't know what. Sirius goes, it's hot. What are you, Paris Hilton? Fight of the Flames. Battle burns. Okay. Jennifer, you're much better at this than we are. You're hired. DS watching from Chattanooga, cheering for Chicago. Go Doom. Shay Rahim, Trixie's makeup is always amazing. I was noticing that. It makes Trixie look so intimidating. Trickster has also competed as a figure skater. You know what? That makes sense. I could see the agility needed, to be a really good jammer. That figure skating experience would really come in handy. Alita jamming for Chicago style and Lee Animal for Athens. Alita that was gorgeous. She was they were using multiple levels there to get through. It was just, Alita is one of my heroes, I think. I really enjoy watching Alita skate. Lee Animal is out and about half track behind Alita, who has gotten through for 4 points for Chicago style. I really like Chicago style's style. I feel like it is really, what's the word? Spunky, very gritty. They're just gonna, oh, that was a big hit. Alita calling the jam before Lee Animal can come and score any points. And that is the end of the game. Serious, you're being so serious to show me when things are over because yesterday we forgot and didn't pay attention. Mame Squeeze 48, that makes sense with some of the amazing moves used. Yeah, it totally does. Moves to use to get through the pack. Well, thank you all for being here. Shadow Puppet Man with another super chat. We love it. Love to see it. Pizza fire, burn, burn, burn. All right, great job for both Athens and Chicago Style. You are going to see both these teams again today. We are going to have the, let's see, Rolla Rockets versus Chicago will be playing at 1 p.m. and Cape Girardeau will be playing Athens at 3 p.m. So I'm hoping we'll see you all in the chat again. But stick around. Right now, in about 30 minutes, you are going to see Cornfed versus Prairieland Punishers. We'll be back. Thanks for watching Derby Date Night.